All right, so kicking this off, this is the first stage one. This isn't the first stage I shot. So you start to L, then Z, then we'll do some transition. So this is L. It's right about 400 or 760 yards out, as you can see. I had to hold a pretty strong wind. I think it was about 1.8. So hard to see those big targets. Love Prentice and team for putting those big targets out there, but it's just so hard to see impacts without flashers. So got my first impacts. Followed my wind out, got the second impact, moving on there. As you guys can probably hear, the wind was kicking. I think what we did today here was about wind coming from 230 at in between 12 and 14, I think is what the squad for wind. Got these 4 impacts. Now you got to transition down to the X. And then now you got to pan, I don't know, let's call it 80, 90 degrees to the right here, and then you'll have 3 targets going out. The J is a close one. It's only about 325 yards. And this first shot, I'm lucky I hit it. I was wobbly, if you'll see. I hit hard. Yep. Then we had to go to the diamond, which wasn't too bad. It was yards. And again, I still hit right. I was just too hard into the wind, but I saw this one. I saw that impact. Now I got to go to the unicorn. Going to hold 7/10 across, get my impacts there, then walk it back through. This is a good one. This is a clean stage for me. So I was feeling good about it because my previous stages I was kind of dialed in and feeling good about it. So. All right. This is only my second year of shooting, so everybody's I got to have a dumpster fire stage. This is it. This is a 0, so this is going to be super painful to watch just in general. These targets are 900 yards out, so it's a big circle and a bobcat, even though the big circle isn't that big. You see there, hit right off the right, you'll see me dial in. 3/10 left. I was like, okay, that should get me back on plate going to the bobcat. And I honestly didn't see that. I was thinking, am I low? And this is a problem I have still. I don't trust my dope on the vertical. I'm still always double second guessing. This is probably because I tend to bounce around from bullet combination. But yeah, so there, going to try to make some corrections here. See, I was going a little bit high there, but now it looks like I'm going off the left-hand side. I can't tell you how valuable this trigger cam has been for me to be able to start learning some lesson. Because I can just tell you from me looking through the scope, I feel like I saw something completely different than what I'm seeing through the trigger cam. And at this point, my frustration level is about 1,000%. And I am just sending them, which is completely dumb because I know what my correction should be. I know I should be trusting my dope, but I am just fishing here. And man,
now he's got it.
I wish.
Oh, damn it.
See, yeah, getting frustrated in my own head at this time. I'm not even thinking about, okay, where would that been? What should my correction should be? I'm going to close my bolt, hold it, think, and just send another one. Like, why would I hold right whenever it looked like I went off right?
Ready, engage.
Good, that thing's over. This was a ton of fun stage. So this is basically off of the MAGA Barricade. Sorry, didn't film myself on this one. But these are tiny, tiny, tiny off the MAGA Barricade. They're only 300 yards out, so it's not so bad. So it was 4 positions, 2 shots per position. So I bagged this. I didn't tripod rear it. I used medium. I got super, super stable, as you can see. So I broke really good shots here. These targets were tiny. And yeah, I just ran it through. This is a clean. This was redemption from that last dumpster fire. But yeah. I knew I had plenty of time. Really set down. You'll see whenever I get on the gun. Hopefully I'll do it here. You'll see me shimmy the gun. Get in. Let's see. Shimmy, shimmy. Kind of sink it into the bag there. There you go. And get on. They were just getting small. So wind was enough. I remember this one. Even at 300 yards, I was 4/10 right. I just dialed it into the gun. This is also another problem I have. Sometimes I dial, sometimes I hold, and I need to kind of just figure out where it's at. It's hard for me because I'm a left-hand shooter. I'd love to dial everything, but if I'm dialing on the stage, I got to reach over my scope, which is pretty annoying. So. Nice clean on some small targets. I got my confidence back. I love this one. This is a culvert and bolts. So you're going for a goat at about 750 yards and a turkey at about 670 yards. So it's turkey's first one out. Get on there, put my wind in, holding wind here. And see, if you look at that, it looks like I went low. But hopefully any new shooters that's watching this, you guys got to understand, if you trust your dope, that bullet's hitting, I don't know, 50, 60 yards behind the target. That's why it looks like it's going low. Trust your vertical. Trust your vertical. So right now I'm starting to panic. I'm thinking, God, am I going to get a 0? The same thing I did on the fence. What's going on? And I'm trying to get myself to calm down here. Get back on, dial back. I'm going slow. I'm not trying to go fast. I'm like, hold on, let's figure this out. Okay, if I was off, what do I need to do? I saw that. I was like, okay, got that. Let's carry my correction out to the goat. Oh no, I'm sorry, this is double tap on the turkey. Then now I said, let's carry my correction. So I saw that one and I said, let's get it to the goat. I think I get an impact here. Yep. Boom. Now I got my wind. Now it feels good. Got another one. But now we go back to the other culvert. As you see, not in a hurry, taking my time, trying to keep my head cool, trying not to panic. Just what I've learned over the time here is also, man, just you got to get every single point. Like if you want to be in any kind of contention, you got to get every single point. Going back out to the goat.
You ready? Yeah.
All right, this is the new PRS Barricade. So you got a 400-yard target, then you got to go out to the 500-yard. 400 yards pretty easy. This is actually pretty wobbly Barricade for PRS Barricade. Got that impact. It's like, okay, it's not only 100 yards more, I'm going to hold the same. And I saw it go right off the left into that shadow. Not a big deal. Switch positions, come back on the near. And I just broke a horrible shot there. I wasn't there. But you see me, I'll make a good correction here. 3/10 right. Impact. So now I just walked all the way through. Now I got my wind call on the far.
You always hurting my feelings.
Stable on the near. So.
That's good.
You'll also see I prefer to do hold unders because I like having that horizontal reticle on my far targets to be able to hold wind. This is a great match for me, really kind of going, I need to dial my wind whenever I can, but then learning to hold wind. So if you guys see me moving around on the horizontal, it's because I normally don't hold wind and I'm trying to practice holding wind, which felt really good. So.
You understand the course of fire?
Yep. All right, so this is actually our first stage. Stage 6 was our first stage with quad 6 coming in. So this is going to, I believe this is diamond. That was about 450 yards. Yep, 450 yards. Yep. So and this was pretty simple. 5 positions, 2 shots per position. I tripoded rear this one. So not a lot to tell here. Moved efficient, got super stable on target. And I felt really good on this one because I got it clean. This is the first stage. I got it clean, and I was feeling newsflash, since you guys already saw that stage 2 really brought me down. A 0 on a stage is always going to be on a day for sure. And I think I ended up 13th overall out of 9 shooters based on that. I think I did some hot. 10 out of the 12 on that zero. The zero was a 12. God, I want to throw up just thinking about it. But if I would have got a 10 there, I think I would have been third place, which this was a qualifier. So I really
Thank you.
like 95 or higher on my qualifier because I got 100 and a 98 on my two. I needed much higher. So I ended up with like an 83 or something. Again, can't iterate newer shooters. Not get frustrated. You got to dig for every single point. Really taking my time, getting just as steady as I could on a tripod. And you can see those little bright spots in the center. I was drilling the center. All right, this is the second stage. Felt good coming into it. Cleaned that first stage. Let's go. This is modified prone, which I'm really good at. And again, I'm really enjoying kind of filming myself as well because look at that horrible stance. Butt out, knees bent. I really should be further apart, locking my legs, get that bone structure. So again, okay, so off. I feel actually good about my misses because I'm missing strong side. I'm missing upwind. I'm missing pro side. Hard to see there, but I got that impact there. So I was like, great, got my correction. Let's go. But watch these positions. I get in, I get behind the gun, and look at that. I'm bending my knees like that. Really locking bone structure. So that far target was 900. I know I had a 6, but that was an upside down 9. K is only 550. He's relatively close. Get me Gwen where she needs to be, and just start running the stage here, guys. Now you're also seeing me, I'm going to be looking at my arm board quite a bit. I have the tape on my turret, and I normally mark the tape. That way I know exactly where I need to dial to. This match, I was saying I'm going to hold wind, and I'm not going to mark on my turret. I need to get to where I'm referencing my wristband more rather than just kind of trying to remember. So I'm kind of forcing myself while I get on the gun. And I'm going to be looking at the wristband, boom, and going for that. I'm trying to force myself to try to not to remember so much. So that was 800. This is 600. I mean, just drill in the center. Look at them things rock back. So I got my wind. I'm feeling good.
20 seconds.
20 seconds. Starts to panic just because I heard it, and I'm like, man, I got to get out there. And I'm like, I think I'm on 700 now. And watch this rush shot. It's just horrible. Just horrible. Boom. Run off the right. Make a correction. Get my last shot. Feel good.
Yep.
All right. This was stage 8, or our third stage. This is off the tank traps. So you had kind of order you need to shot at. It was O and V. O is about 620 yards. V is about 680 yards. So you'll see me hold under and hold over. Pretty straightforward. So this is tank traps, just bagging it. So I feel pretty good about my bag work. I can get pretty stable. It's not horrible. So I got to switch positions. And I think this one we got to do VVO. So it should go too far here. Man, it's just so hard. This is my skill level here. It's so hard for me to know on stuff like that. Am I hitting right? Am I hitting left? Still trying to get there.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that's me getting mad at myself. That's really helpful. So then move to the last one. This should be VOV. What I'm going to do is get myself calm right now, going, I know what I'm supposed to do. I know what my wind is. Just pull through. So, guys, this is Texas Precision Matches at Navasota. Corey and Prentice put on a good match. You guys should really get here as much as you can.